I'm going to share a little bit about the podcast I listened to by Patty McCord, The Knowledge Project episode, Building a Culture of Talent. And what I really took away from this podcast was the way she emphasized that keeping your employees at all cost can really lower the standards for your organization. This connects really well to Meyer's idea of employee advantage. Meyer talks about how competitive advantage increasingly comes from how organizations design the employee experience, not just from products or pricing. And both Meyer and McCord criticize outdated HR systems, especially traditional annual performance reviews. McCord argues that annual reviews and rigid rating systems create more bureaucracy than improvement, and instead she promotes ongoing honest feedback conversations and real-time coaching instead of a once-a-year judgment. This lines up with Meyer's argument that rigid systems slow organizations down and reduce engagement. Where it gets interesting, I think, is around retention. And Meyer emphasizes engagement and loyalty as drivers of performance. McCord kind of pushes back and says loyalty shouldn't be unconditional. She suggests organizations should be places where great employees do great work as long as it benefits both sides. When that alignment ends, parting ways respectfully can be healthy. So for me, the big takeaway is that employee-centered doesn't mean comfort-centered. It means clarity, accountability, and high standards, but delivered in a human way. From my perspective, working in accounting at an electric utility cooperative, this really made me think. Utilities are very structured and compliance driven. Stability and institutional knowledge are important. Retention is usually seen as a positive thing because accuracy and consistency really matter in regulated environments. But at the same time, in accounting, performance absolutely matters. Timeliness, accuracy, and attention to detail are things that directly affect member trust and regulatory reporting. So one practical way we could apply this idea wouldn't be eliminating structure. That wouldn't make sense in a utility. Instead, it might look like adding structured quarterly check-ins focused on development and real-time feedback rather than relying mostly on annual reviews. That way we maintain stability, but we increase clarity and accountability throughout the year. To me, the best approach isn't choosing between retention and performance. It's blending high standards with cooperative values. So my question for everyone is, in industry where stability and long-term knowledge really matter, like healthcare, utilities, and government, how do we push for higher performance without creating fear or instability? Where's the line between healthy accountability and losing valuable institutional knowledge?